little birds. Yes, I am here. And I know it has been a hot minute since I have recorded anything, put anything out, but it is what it is. 2020 has been just a shit show and continues to be so yeah, it just is. It's ridiculous. And there's not any real any one reason that I haven't been recording. It's just a multitude of ones. So, yeah. And gave me time to reflect also where I want to take my channel. And really, I still want to focus on trans things. But I also want to branch out a little bit and make my channel maybe about things that I like, different things that aren't just related to trans people. And so, yeah, that's some of what I was going to discuss. But let's get into the big news, like how the world is like freaking out, freaking the fuck out. Let's just be honest. And I can't say I blame anybody. I can't say that I don't disagree with it. It um So if you haven't seen the news, if you're under a rock or whatever, there are riots happening all over the U.S. over the death of George Floyd, who was killed by police because, let's face it, it's police brutality, and we see it all the time within the trans and LGBT community. It is something that we in the LGBTQIA plus are well aware of, and we don't have a real liking. Most of us don't have a real liking towards cops because they harass us for various reasons for being different. And that's strictly what they do, just for living our lives and being different. They discriminate. And especially as a trans person, I understand that, and it sucks. And so I believe, now this is just my take on the whole thing. You know, don't take it as the word of God or anything, but I believe that, that was the spark, that was the catalyst that we needed. Just how it happened, how it's evolved. And what I mean is that, I said this like, gosh, 4 or 5 years ago before I transitioned, and I was saying, you know what, to really have change within the U.S., because we've been stuck where we are at for quite a while, and to really have systematic change within the U.S. government, we're going to have to rise up like the Boston Tea Party, like the Revolutionary War, and really own it as a society and be like, look, we're sick, we're tired, we're not going to put up with it anymore. And George Floyd's death, I think, was the catalyst, and it has sparked and fueled a fire that is raging now. And, Trump wants to bring in the troops. I think that's just going to fuel it more. Look at Waco, look at Tiananmen Square, and other things that where leaders have brought in the military to quell some riot. It doesn't work. It just puts fuel on the fire. And that's what's going to happen. You can't bring in more force for force. It doesn't work that way. And So we're going to have to, I mean, our leaders are going to have to step up and say, hey, yes, we failed you. We failed. And we need to change things and make things better for equality for everyone, not just, yes, for all races, for all minorities, LGBT included. We have to change. We have to make things better. Economic equality, like how many of us are millionaires? Very small minority that even makes that much money. Um, so I think it's a number of things: economic disparities, racial disparities, just being a minority and being persecuted and put down by our government, our economic systems, and just the rules that are in place. Like, I, within the entire US, I don't have any guarantees that I can't be fired, like, say, if I was in Mississippi, or that I can use the women's restroom, or that I won't go to men's jail just because they don't have rules in place to protect me or to protect my rights. And, you know, that's all part of this, that every, it has been fueled by, us being stuck in the homes, trying to socially distance because of COVID-19, which, it's a legitimate concern that, hey, it's going to kill people. But if you look at other diseases like flu, we can't just board up our houses and distance ourselves every year that COVID-19 comes around. Because that's what they're talking about right now, is that, oh, it's going to stick around. It's going to be around for a while. And it'll be like flu or chicken pox. And we will just have COVID-19 around with us. And so, I mean, we can't just, close up our economy every time it comes around. That's not going to work. We're going to have to find other solutions. Like, heck, if we all have to wear masks, whatever, fine. But at the end of the day, all of this has been fueled by all the things that our government is not doing, that's not helping us, that's not really helping the average American. Uh, you know, most of our taxes are paid by the middle and lower class. The higher classes don't pay hardly a dime. Like Jeff Bezos, from what I saw, he pays nothing and he makes billions. So this is, I believe, in my opinion, a revolution. We want systematic change, not just so that police brutality doesn't happen, which I agree totally needs to happen, because it's one thing to be protecting people, it's a whole nother to still have these things going on where you're racist or you're a bigot towards other people because you can, because you're the one that upholds the law. So that's my take on all of this, that it's been sparked, yes, by George Floyd's death, but it's been coming. This has just been the perfect storm. And, none of the news is reporting this. They're just like, oh, it's just all about racial equality. Yes, that is a big, big portion of it, but that is not just the only thing that is fueling this. And, you know, everybody's calling for peace, but look how long it took for us to, in the civil rights era, to finally do something with that. It was years of peaceful protest. And sometimes peaceful protest isn't going to work if you want change. Sometimes you have to riot. Sometimes you have to just start destroying things. Look at the Boston Tea Party, uh, the Revolutionary War, where do you think we were nice to the British? No, we were destroying their stuff. We were rioting against the British. We were systematically taking them out. So, you know, people saying, oh, we need peace, we need peace. Yes, I agree, we should have peace, but sometimes anger is warranted. And if you're looting and doing other things, I don't agree with it, but it is part of that anger, part of that, you know what, the system has screwed me over every single time. I'm going to take back what I should have gotten, and the system, I'm going to screw the system. And that's what I believe is all part of this, is that the average man feeling screwed by the system. So that's my take. Take it or leave it. I know some of you will disagree and be like, oh no, you're wrong, Jailyn. And that's fine. That's fine, because we all have our own opinions. All right, little birds, you take care, and I will see you later. Bye.